Okay, picture this for a second. You're heading off-road, but instead of tires gripping the dirt, you're straddling a machine with 4 robotic legs. It's navigating the terrain with adaptive hooves that actually mimic natural walking movements. I mean, it sounds absolutely crazy, right? Like something ripped straight out of a sci-fi movie. But here's the thing, this isn't fiction anymore. This is actual hardware being built as we speak. So I have to ask, would you ride a 4-legged robotic motorcycle? Let's dive in and look at what's really happening right now in the wild world of mobility. Meet the Kawasaki Coro. This thing is a total game changer. It's this mind-bending fusion of advanced robotics and traditional motorcycle engineering. It's specifically designed to tackle super rugged terrains, we're talking grass, gravel, you name it, using those 4 adaptive hooves. And what makes it even more fascinating is that it's packing a 150cc hydrogen engine under the hood. So you're getting serious off-road performance but with an eco-friendly twist. Plus, you don't even steer it like a normal bike. You control it through these intuitive, horseback-inspired movements. It's set to debut at the Osaka Expo in 2025. And it is the perfect example of how robotics is totally completely rewriting the rules for physical machines. So, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking a deep, frankly mind-bending look at the sheer scale of the AI and robotics revolution that's sweeping the globe right now. Because look, we are moving way past AI just being a clever chatbot on your phone screen. In 2026, artificial intelligence is aggressively stepping out into the physical world. It's redefining personal mobility, human labor, and honestly, our entire concept of what a machine actually is. We are going to cover everything today, from those robotic horses we just talked about, all the way to the multi-billion-dollar software bets that are quietly building this new infrastructure. All right, Section 1, the robotic motorcycle revolution. It's not just robotic horses, by the way. Kawasaki is also working on a system called ALICE, which stands for Accessible Linkages for Innovative and Comfortable Experiences. Imagine you step out of your house into a sleek, compact, hydrogen-powered cabin right on your street. That little cabin whisks you through the city, and then, without you ever having to get up from your seat, it physically docks into a train. Or maybe it boards a ferry, or even attaches to an airplane. It can handle up to 4 people at a time, and it's this incredibly bold vision for a future where transportation is just entirely smooth, sustainable, and totally interconnected. But, if the ground gets too crowded with all those interconnected cabins, well, we're just going to take to the skies. Autonomous transport pods, like the Whoosh system, are stepping up to solve urban congestion. These pods basically glide along elevated tracks or cable systems suspended right over the city streets. They completely bypass ground traffic, giving us a fast, flexible, and green way to commute. Since every major city is scrambling for smarter transit right now, these sky-high pods are very likely going to become an absolute staple of our daily lives sooner than you might think. Moving right along to Section 2, redefining personal smart mobility. Now, please don't make the mistake of thinking this is all just experimental R&D stuff that's decades away. Just look at this flurry of breakthroughs from early 2026 alone. In February, Waymo dropped its world model, which is powered by Google DeepMind's Genie 3. This thing creates hyper-realistic simulations of super rare driving scenarios so their AI can train safely in a virtual world. Then, in March, Uber jumped in, partnering up for live robotaxi trials right on the streets of Tokyo. And by April, Pony.ai launched Europe's very first publicly accessible commercial robotaxi service in Zagreb, Croatia. The sci-fi future of mobility, yeah, it's aggressively rolling out right now. Section 3. Humanoids walk among us. Okay, let's talk about the raw speed of development here. 50 minutes and 26 seconds. That was the winning time for an April 2026 half marathon over in Beijing. But here's the catch. The winner wasn't human. More than 100 Chinese-made humanoid robots actually raced alongside 12,000 human runners. The winning robot, named Lightning, crushed the race, finishing nearly 7 minutes faster than the human world record. Sure, it had to be helped up after it crashed near the finish line, but the sheer athleticism and balance these machines possess today is just staggering. And honestly, the craziest part is how accessible this hardware is becoming. We aren't just talking about multi-million-dollar one-off prototypes anymore. You've got the Unitree G1, this highly agile robot with 23 degrees of freedom that can literally do side flips, and it starts at just $16,000. Or if you want something for your house, 1X Technologies has the Neo Gamma. It's got this soft nylon suit to mimic human movement safely around your living room, and it runs about 20 to 30 grand. And hey, if you've got a massive budget and you just really want to destroy stuff, there is the GDO1. It's a literal transforming, wall-smashing mecha robot for $650,000. The commercial era for humanoids is officially here. But look, beyond the agility and the falling prices, The real superpower of these robots is their relentless stamina. Figure Robotics actually set up a live stream of one of their robots sorting packages. The original plan was an 8-hour stream, but the robot, it just kept going. It worked continuously for 34 non-stop hours. It sorted 43,000 packages without breaking a sweat, without taking a coffee break, without ever losing focus. That kind of tireless, literal machine efficiency is going to fundamentally rewire global labor markets. Which brings us to Section 4, Assets as Software Endpoints. So why is all this physical hardware suddenly advancing so ridiculously fast? Well, it all comes down to a massive fundamental shift, and technology analyst Mary Meeker hit the nail on the head. She said the real shift right now is, quote, AI turning capital assets into software endpoints. This one sentence perfectly explains everything we've looked at today, and it's absolutely crucial we understand what that means in plain English. Let's compare the old way of looking at things to this new reality. Traditionally, physical assets like a car, a tractor, or factory machinery, they were depreciating assets. The second they rolled off the assembly line, they started losing value as the parts wore out. But now we have this new paradigm, software endpoints. Machines today are platforms. Because they're driven by AI, they actually get better over time through over-the-air updates, exactly like your smartphone does. Think about it. A Waymo car driving around today is tangibly smarter and safer than it was 2 years ago, even though the physical car is identical. The hardware has just become a vessel for the evolving software.
Finally, Section 5, the tech powering tomorrow.
Because the software is now the most valuable part of the equation, the companies building the tools to write that software are exploding in value. Just look at this number, $60 billion. That is the jaw-dropping valuation SpaceX placed on an option to acquire the AI coding startup Cursor. Really think about that for a second. An AI tool that simply writes code is commanding a multi-billion-dollar premium. Why? Because code is the DNA of every single autonomous pod and back-flipping humanoid we talked about today. Whoever controls the best AI coding tools basically controls the entire future of physical machinery. And to handle all that compute, the infrastructure investments happening in the background are just as massive. IBM just committed $10 billion to commercialize quantum computing, aiming for a large-scale quantum computer by 2029. And the US government is backing them up with a proposed $1 billion award just to build a quantum manufacturing foundry. Meanwhile, Tesla is partnering with Intel on a terafab chip-making initiative to lock down their own supply of AI silicon. And OpenAI? They just launched Daybreak, which is this massive cybersecurity initiative to automate threat modeling. They are literally building the brains, the security, and the silicon to run the entire world. So I want to leave you with this final thought. We are officially leaving the era of static, dumb machines. We are entering an era where you can literally hop on a 4-legged robotic Kawasaki motorcycle, where an android can run a half marathon in 50 minutes, and where every physical machine in your life is an intelligent, upgradable endpoint. So how are you going to adapt when your car, your home appliances, and the tools you use every single day are constantly evolving AI agents? It is a brand new world, and it is being written in real time. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.